Hello guys, what's going on? This is Jonathan Kurt III coming at you today with another video about Bankroll Vault. Vault's been really interesting, and I've been writing it since the very beginning of the Vault launch. I wasn't fortunate enough to get into the OTC, but then moved all my VLT tokens into Stack to improve the overall size of my VLT in the long term. So I'm just look at Stack real quick. As you can see, I'm currently having 18,000 VLT in Stack. That's around $9,300 at the current price of, let's refresh this really quickly, of 52 cents. So this has dropped quite a bit in the last couple of hours, I would say, but that's just simply because of the low liquidity. So if you don't know this page, this is uniswap.info, and you can see all the transaction in lifetime. So you can see whenever someone buys VLT, that's swapping ETH for VLT, or in this case we only have buys for VLT. But if we go back, we can see someone swapped 9 Ethereum for so someone sold 4,000 VLT and received 9 Ethereum, and it's this same address all the time, 7825. I think this is subject to price manipulation since he keeps on swapping VLT for ETH and then starts to rebuy it again. Well, apparently I heard this was a bot, so you can't really be sure if it's someone actually sitting there doing all those transactions. It's only him that is selling VLT, as you can see. That's 0x7825. He's the main market maker or volume maker for this crypto token at the moment, and mostly just removes VLT, adds VLT. All the crazy stuff is happening over here. So basically what I want to say is don't be afraid, don't worry about the price at the current moment that much. There's some manipulation or something is currently happening with this one address that tries to play around with the price, and you can see 0x7a is constantly trading, removing ETH and VLT, swapping ETH and VLT, and it's mostly him. It's the rest are normal buyers, so it'd be interesting to find out who this really is and why he's doing it, or what's the main purpose, but I think time will tell in the near future. So yeah, back to Stack. So currently I'm earning 37 VLT a day. That's around $20 US. So I think this is pretty incredible. We have to see how this turns out after the ROI. So ROI for me around for this is around 50 days to get back to the 2000 stack. But as we know, we have to also get the 10% that we will lose once we cash out. So ROI for me is around 90 days for Stack, and after that point, every VLT that I earn will be pure profit. And of course, I will keep on rolling this into Stack to further increase my stake size. Right. This is really important to look at. So currently we have 80,000 VLT in the div pool and a contract balance of 861,000 VLT. So almost all the VLT that's out there. We only have 1 million VLT left. The rest really is in this contract and it won't be moved for a longer time. So basically we have 200,000 in Uniswap, we have 800,000 in the contract balance, almost 900,000. So that's around 1.1, 1.2 million that is locked away for a long time. So actually we're talking about a total supply of 750,000 VLT that is still sitting in wallets, ready to be traded, transferred, exchanged, or whatever. However, I do think that as people see that VLT stack is going up and the dividend pool is solid, more players than the 400 wallets that we have should be going into Stack. So I'm prepared for this number to increase. Obviously, if you were there the first day, you will probably have a better, a shorter ROI, but ROI is guaranteed nevertheless with Stack. Again, $20 a day is really amazing, and since Stack launch I have not rolled my divs yet, so since Stack launch I think that should be around 3 or 4 days, I'm not too sure, but maybe 5 days. I earned $100 in Stack divs, so this is pretty crazy. I can just recommend you look into Stack and the Bankroll divs, right? Same obviously applies for the TRX banker side as well. If we go into live, we can also see live is pretty amazing. It's a real powerhouse, and it's just beautiful to see earning to earn ETH. It's something that has never crossed my mind, something I've been waiting for since I heard about ETH 2.0 back in, I don't know, 2018 or something, when staking was announced. However, we all know staking is going to take some more time. No one really knows when this will come out. With live, however, we have a completely verified contract, and you can really see that I'm not only earning ETH, which is 0.2 ETH since launch. I didn't put too much inside. Planning to continue to grow this to have 0.1 ETH a day, which would be a dream, and then have the rewards of VLT as well. So that's also around 50 euros since launch, dollars, which is really, really nice. We have only 154 players in here, which is not too much. So you can expect this contract to grow much larger. Meaning credits 1 we had around 6,000 players, I think. So in the near future, expect this machine to really continue growing, the dividend pool to grow, and obviously the VLT pool to grow as well, since the live contract buys the VLT off of Uniswap to further increase the value of VLT. Yeah, obviously we have our leaderboards here. This has been bugging out a little bit recently, but the numbers are a little bit off, but I'm sure this is going to be fixed sooner than later, right? Yeah, so basically I'm just holding it in here, and whenever I'm at 1 Ethereum, I'll roll this 1 Ethereum or 0.5 Ethereum, depends on how I'm feeling. I'll roll those back into live to further increase my share of the dividend pool, and I think this is how most of us are going to play this contract. Same is applicable obviously for the TRX side, but I will go into the TRX side later on. First of all, let me quickly look at the contract, because that's something many people don't pay attention to. We have 579 unique addresses with VLT in them, and the interesting thing is that as we saw in the VLT contract of 772 players, many people have not been either having too little VLT for them to make it valuable to stake. For some, maybe they just haven't found out yet. So I think it's our job to really spread the word, even for people in the community, that staking VLT is the real way to go for holding and taking supply off the markets. This is something I love to look at, because this really has changed dramatically since Stack launched. Those are the wallets that are currently holding VLT in their wallets, which is not staked, and there's barely over any person holding above 1.5% currently of the total supply in their wallets. So I do expect those numbers to shrink even further, which would be amazing. Another thing that I really love to see is the automated buying machine of VLT. So let me quickly go back here and show you this real quick. If we go to the contract, we can look down here and see, if we go to holders, sorry, we can go down here and look for the live contract, which currently which currently has 2,900 VLT. This is really interesting. Oh no, sorry, this is the Bankroll custody. I'm sorry. Let me pull this up. yeah, here it is. So this is the Bankroll Network VLT token, the public tag, and we currently are holding 67,000 VLT in here. Pretty solid number, and yeah, I think this number will only continue to grow. Sorry, man, I'm gonna cut this out, whatever, but it's this contract that actually holds the VLT. So you can see this number, you can pay attention, 0x3d7, pay attention to this contract, because this contract is the live contract. And this contract will continue to buy its way up the leaderboards, and will continue to buy indefinitely, continue to buy and buy and buy, until it will hold more than the biggest holder is currently holding. So if you're not in VLT yet, I don't know what you're doing, but you should really get a hold of some VLT tokens and get yourself into stack to further increase your VLT. Yeah, so that's it, guys. Jonathan Kurt III is out, and thank you for listening, and have a good day, and take care. Have a good one.